What's up, everybody? Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left off in the last episode, we pretty much got the interior structure of the ship built. The walls are up, ceiling's up. Pretty sure everything is in place for the basics. Now it's going to be detail work as well as working on the outside and a few other things. I left this door open so that it wouldn't have to pressurize and everything. Mainly on the bottom, I think what we're going to have to work on is the landing structures, landing gears, maglocks, however we want to do it. I think I'm going to go with maglocks. I'll probably do... I don't know yet. I'm not sure if I want to work on that this episode or if I want to work more on the interior. I'll probably work on it a little bit in this episode. So that's something we need to do. The other thing is I was trying to resolve the entry and airlock situation, basically. And one of the things that got brought up on the comments in the last episode was possibly putting a door at an angle, but I don't... come on. I don't think it'll work while we're waiting for this to figure out what's going on. The reason being, I thought about putting one of these angle block or angle doors, but it's not letting me place it anywhere, really. It lets me place it there for some reason. I don't know what it's attached to there, or why it won't work 2 blocks over. Because, I mean, this isn't even part of the drawbridge, so you would think that would work, but it doesn't. I don't really know what it's attaching to over here when it works. Like that. I don't know what it's grabbing hold of that's making that different from that. But whatever. Anyways, point is, it could work, but actually let me throw... that would be the placement right there. So I guess technically that could work, I just can't get it to place. And I'm not sure if that would overcrowd things or not. I mean, that's not a bad idea, now that I've actually seen it work. I just don't know why it won't the other directions. I don't see any difference in sides. So I guess it wouldn't matter which way we had it. That's technically up, because you can tell from the controls there. I wonder, though... this is essentially... a block? Is that a block space? I think that's a block space. Over. Oh wait, no, it's 2. It's 2 from the wall. Okay, so let's try this. Not the wall, the ramp. Let's try this for just a second. Oh. That's interesting. And then this is what? 5 blocks, looks like. So 1, 2, oh, okay. That works too. I meant to do that. I was trying to see if I could go off of this block here and get it to attach. Let's just see if that gives it enough to grab hold of. No, it still won't let me place it there. I don't know why. It's possible that it has to be on, like, the whole floor? Wait, no, that wouldn't make sense, because it'll do it over here. Or it did. I'm confused. I don't know. I don't think it'll work, though. Mainly because every way it seems like it'll work, it is also going to interfere with the ramp, and that's not gonna go well. So I think what I'm going to ultimately end up doing is just scripting it. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot to mute my phone, and it decided to give me text messages, email notifications, and some kind of app update all at one time, so that was terrifying. So anyways, as I was saying, I'll probably end up scripting it to where it'll flood all the air out of this room and make sure all the doors are shut when you push that button, and then after that's done, then it'll open that, and so on and so forth. And that'll probably fix things. Now, one thing I've been dying to fix is, that. No, not that. Is the med room here thingy. And I've actually found what I think is a pretty good alternative. There is this one, which we had talked about before, and it's not bad, but there's also this one, which I kind of like the look of a little bit better. And since none of these really have the suit changer in them, I don't think it'll really matter. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna fix this. Let's see, where did I put the... there. So let's bring this. I don't know how this one works. I don't know if it needs a large connector or not. I don't think it does. But I honestly don't know because it's a... I don't even know if it needs any connectors, to be honest, because it doesn't have a port on the back. And technically, you're just healing through energy, I think? I don't think it actually consumes any resources. So what I'm going to do is essentially wing this and hope that it works, basically. We're going to put a connector right about here? Maybe? Wait. No. We're going to move it out one. Where did they go? They're there. Okay, let's bring this out like so. And I think... yeah, I think I'm going to put that there. And then we're going to fill this in like so. Come on. Thank you. Now, let's... now, the interesting part to note here is I'm not seeing the color change on the conveyors, which is not good. Now, this is working, but it's working in... it's working in a creative mode world, so I'm not really sure what that means. But that's obviously not working, so we're going to actually seal this up completely for now, and I may have to run a test at some point, like copy the world and make it a survival world and see if it still holds up or not. But I think that looks a little better. Oh no, wrong block. Dagnabbit. Let's hope you're the right one. Block is that? Yeah, okay, there we go. That's a functioning one. So yeah, I think that works a little bit better. I think that clears up the med room a little bit. We've got our thing there. I will, if you are familiar with whatever this one is, the medical panel. I never pay attention to what mods come from where, to be honest. So if you are aware, do let me know if that will work in survival, just plugged into the wall and connected to the grid's power type of thing. If it needs a connector, then I'd really like to know how, because I looked on the back and it really doesn't show me anything. Like if we put it like that so you can see, there's no port on the back. And I don't see anything on the bottom or the top, really. So it left me wondering if kind of like LCD panels and stuff, how you can basically just plug them into the wall and they just work, since all it's really doing is healing you through power absorption. I think, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. So if you know, let me know. Otherwise, I'll have to run some tests on that at some point. The next thing that I want to talk about... oh good, it's not venting everything. Sweet. Alright. The other thing I wanted to bring up, I had mentioned before about the containers having trying to find the ones with level indicators on them. I believe that was just a mod that as you put things in the containers, they would just start... yeah, like that. This one has it now. I can see the bar on it. So that's a cool mod, but I don't think it applies to the azimuth containers, which we had been using. So that would be kind of a do we want to switch or not thing. It does appear like, since I'm using small connectors for most things, the small connectors are the ones that seem to have the visibility on them to begin with. The large containers look like they have them on all sides, which is good. And then the small ones I doubt actually have anything on them. Yeah, I don't think those do anything. So we did the calculation test a long time ago and determined that for the bang for your buck, the azimuth ones held more, I believe, and took up less space. But if we wanted the measurement bars on them, we could totally do that. But I'm not really worried about it since I'm going to end up running a script that kind of takes care of all that. So I'm not really thinking we're going to do that. And then I kind of liked the idea of these small micro programmable blocks, but I think for the most part, because this is a small ship and these only take up a little bit of space, I'm probably going to keep them the main default blocks, because those aren't very large and it would make this room, like a server room, look more important type of thing. And lastly, I do think I'm going to close this off, but it was suggested, and I agree wholeheartedly, to do some kind of container setup. Now this is interesting. Compact cargo container. I don't remember having these from anything. Airtight cargo access. I don't know what, oh, that's only for large ships. These are on small ships, okay. So that's the azimuth one. Let's grab the small ones, just in case. So we've got a small container here, a compact cargo container here, and then a compact medium here. That's interesting. Now what's interesting about these, well, at least this one, the medium one, is it actually has a large conveyor connector port thing, but it only takes up a 1 block width, which is kind of interesting. The question is going to be how much they hold. Inventory. I guess that's small cargo container too. But being in creative, I don't know if it will actually tell me how much they hold, because I think they can just hold like an infinite amount in creative. So I might have to do some research into that. For now, though, we're gonna, I think we're gonna use the, well, let's see. This is a 3x3. Well, we could. Let's do that, because they probably hold more than these small ones. These small ones don't hold very much at all. So if we use the mediums, they would totally fit right here. So what I'm going to do, this was an idea that was given to me to expand the storage area for the captain's cabin thing. So we're going to do this. And I have to be really careful because that looks like hull blocks behind that, so I don't want to delete those. And I'd kind of like to leave these ramps on the, or corners, I guess, not really ramps. And then what we're going to do is like that. So that it's actually like a storage system for the captain's quarters stuff. Now, Unless I got creative, which I don't think I have the block space to do, I don't know that I can connect these. The only way I could be able to connect these is because this isn't going to end up being the last layer of the floor in the hull. I might be able to connect them through the floor, but I don't know. I don't know about that. These might just be storage off the grid for the captain. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I do like that idea. Now, let's go ahead, since we're right here, let's just get the captain's cabin out of the way, shall we? So let's look for some different decoration stuff. That's only available for large ships. This would work. Now, what I'm curious about... Okay, this would fit if I took out the floor ramps. So that's important. But there are also these single type beds, which, you know, I mean, arguably this ship is really designed for, like, me, you know, in the survival world. So I'm not super worried about having, like, a lot of crew quarters type of thing, but it's, you know, the captain's cabin, so we gotta see if we can spruce it up a little bit. Now, I like these. These are pretty cool. And surprisingly, they're the same block width, which is interesting. That is actually very interesting. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, if you put it there, you're going to put it in front of the cargo. That's true, but because they all have connection ports, you should be able to access them through the different slots. And there may be a way, possibly, to set that up to where we can connect it to the grid. But it just seems to make the most sense because anything past... Well, I guess I could put it there. I was going to say anything past this nose, it doesn't... It would be like the off dimensions to try and make it work. But this would probably work. Again, I would have to take out the corner blocks. I don't know. This would keep you a little more secure over here. I'll tell you what. Give me just a second. I'm going to play around with this and see what I can come up with. Okay, so stuff has been happening in here. I managed to get a TV and the bed situated, put a little end table chair there. But I ended up, you might notice this is a little closed off. I forgot to do any kind of, like, bathroom type stuff, which, of course, none of this really matters because it's all, like, roleplay type thing. So it was like, well, even if it's one person, you should probably have some kind of restroom. So I started working on a couple of different things, and I'm actually going to be tearing this out. This was going to end up being my access point for the... Oh, didn't mean to break the door. Oh well, that'll actually be a little easier right now. I put a vent in here just because there's going to be a door, so I wanted to make sure everything was properly ventilated. Besides, it's the bathroom. Need to make sure it's properly ventilated anyway. But no, what we're going to do, if I can get that, there we go, is we're going to clear this out because I'm not actually going to go with this setup anymore. I had a better idea, mainly because of the actual air vent thing in here that's going to end up being connected. So I'm going to put a computer terminal over here instead, I think, and put the access to the storage right here, I think, is what I'm going to end up doing. So, what I actually found out was I had totally forgotten this was even a full mod. It's part of Ravenbolt mods, I guess. So I don't just have one connector that's compact. There's all kinds of compact stuff. Turrets, missile turrets, drills, like tons of stuff. One of them being a conveyor adapter, which is I have one here, and essentially what they're really, really good for is instead of having to have a full block, you can do a small, multiple small ports and then have a large connector port. I don't know how these horizontal ones are seen by the game. These right here, I don't know if they're seen as large ports or their own or something. But anyways, I had one there. But what I'm going to end up doing is moving it to the top so we have less space to cover. And I will show you what I'm getting at in a minute. I just want to fill in the hole in the floor so we don't have a hole in the floor. Like so. There we go. And I don't have any lights in here at the moment either, which is fine. So what I'm going to do, I could always put another one to compensate down where I just filled in that hole, but I'm going to take this one out. And then, if I can remember which hotbar it was, there it is. We're going to put one... Ooh. That's not exactly what I was wanting it to do. Let's test this, because that takes up the full space. Pooh. I was hoping... Oh, wait a minute, wait. Isn't there... There's a version of this... There we go. So that'll actually work, because... Yeah, I need it that way anyway. Okay, so that works out. So we'll put the large space there. And that should... Man, I cannot move around in here. It's too cramped. It's annoying. Okay. That's not really what I wanted. There! That's what I need. Okay, good. So we can access it. So we're going to put a port there. One here. One up like this? Do we need to go up this high? Yes. Alright, then we're going to run this to the connector, and that should... light up? Why are you not lighting up? Oh! Oh, okay. That's why. Let's do connector there like that. There we go. And the connector... Oh, there is one on the top. Okay. We're gonna change that then to... We're gonna put a conveyor right here. Then connect that. Then connect that. There we go. And then that way this can all be a solid bar, which is fine. We're gonna fill this in. Actually, I might turn this on for a second, just to save some time. No, I can't have that there. You must go away. Okay, now we'll put the shower back. Should be fine. And we can put a block there and there. And then we can keep whatever kind of ceiling pattern we want with the pipe going. Now, this is going to connect out here. Because if I don't do that, then this doesn't really tie into any kind of system at all. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and replace this with another conveyor. My reasoning being, I don't know if I can actually draw from these vents, or if it's only an input. Now, while we're right here, let me see too. I need to clear this out, because I need to find out what the best path is over here is going to be. I know... Man, I didn't realize how much that light was doing. It got dark. Alright, let's make a little path here. So I know what I'm gonna do for this part. I think. Wait. Oh. Okay, so let's change this around a little bit. This is kind of really messy, but quite frankly, I just don't know a better way to do it. And have it'll be like messy behind the walls, but when we get everything cleared out, then it shouldn't be too obvious on the inside. Alright, so what we're gonna do is bring this around like so. And then we're kind of gonna have to walk this up, I think. And hope that it stays where I need it to. That was the wrong block. Why did you break? Now, this part we don't have to do. We could have just brought it into the middle, but I just frankly don't think it will really matter. Okay, and for this part, put one like that, and one like that. Now, when I put a small cargo container right here, why are you not lighting up? You should be lighting up. Everything's connected properly, looks like. Put something in there. Now, let's test that theory real quick and see if I can access it from over here. Because I don't know why it's not lighting up, but as long as I can get stuff out of it, it shouldn't really matter. Okay, it's not. Now, I don't know why, though. I don't know if that's... No, it's not connected. I don't know why, though. I know I said that like 4 times now. This is all connected. That's connected. Okay, so... what's the problem? Well, that looks fine. Oh, there's the problem. This is pointed the wrong way. It needs to go... come on, like that. Started to be like, why isn't it working now? And then I remembered this whole pipe's empty. There we go. Alright. Now I know that will work. It was just a test. So, that works. So now we have the process of covering all this back up. Which, let's see, we have a set like this. Now, this part here, we're going to basically just build around that. Fill this in. Now I have to match the... Why are we getting particles of the air? That's weird. Now I have to match the door thing. And see if we can get this to work. Ew, that's not good. Okay, we'll work with that in a minute. Right? Then... come on. Oh, I hate when I can't get it to rotate right. It drives me nuts. Some days are better than others, and then some days I just cannot get them to flip the way that I want them to. Okay. So that kind of looks about like what it's supposed to, I think. Now, where's that door? However, that doesn't cover up the corner. Crap. And if my memory serves, that was as snug as we could get it. Because that's hull blocks right there. Well, that's gonna be problematic. Unless... I hesitate to run it through the ceiling, because I can't go up any higher than that either. I think the only other way we could pull this off is to go back through the floor and go around in what's covered up here. Or change how this wall is structured. And we could do that. Now let's play with that for just a minute. We're almost out of time. But we might be able to do something like this. Oh wait, no, not that. How about that? Would that work? I think that would work. It looks a little odd, I won't lie. Let's see if we can't iron that out a bit more. So basically what I'm looking at is if I don't want it to look weird, it's going to end up kind of extended a little bit. Well, that's not too bad. Let's see what happens on the floor here if we keep that. Actually, in some ways, this could look better. That doesn't look bad at all, actually. I don't, and by the way, I don't really like these corner pieces here, but without them, they're just kind of like this over here, where, man, I need to throw some lights here or something. I mean, good grief. It's like dark as crap. It's actually not too bad for lighting decoration. It's just I'm tempted to leave it that way. But yeah, see how this just kind of like cuts off? I kind of put those there just to try and sort of mend it a little bit, because I can't run these angle blocks like this all the way down when there's stuff here. So that was my attempt to try and kind of make it a little more decorative, but I don't know that I really like it. It's kind of just there. But that can be our access point to inventory stuff. I think. It's still not letting me put anything in the cargo containers from here, though. I don't know why. Because, like I said, it should all be connected. Let's try something small. And then see if I... Oh, there we go. So that lets us move it to that container. To the assembler. Okay, so it's just that the missiles were too big then? Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, the missiles were too big. But we do actually have access to everything through there, so that's good. I do want to... I don't think I'm going to use that. What was it, monitor? Yeah, one of these. I do want to put this here. I kind of wanted it over a little, but I don't really want it that low, so I guess we'll do it like that. And that'll be kind of our... Well, maybe one lower wouldn't be bad. Yeah, that's not bad. That'll be like our terminal type of thing. How bad did I screw up the inside in here? Did I mess that up? Yeah, I did a little bit. Let's fix that, and then we'll probably wrap this episode up. So yeah, we got our bathroom area, we got a shower, all the amenities that are necessary. Then we have a cargo access point, a TV, a reading chair, a terminal, and a bed. Probably could put more in here, but it just would get, it started to feel a little crowded. And you know what? Temporarily, I think I'm just gonna run these all the way down. Just for temporary lighting, because I'm tired of this ship being so frickin' dark. And I don't know that I won't totally just leave it this way, because it doesn't look terrible up until that point. I do like the whole cable lighting idea a little better, I think, but that's not bad. It's not bad at all. And it actually has a uniform kind of lighting to it. Anywho, one thing I also wanted to point out, I found it's from the same mod. I found what mod this is from. It's from, where'd it go? This one, HCDC. Medical panel. I have the slim batteries as well. There's also a smaller cryo chamber I want to try because it has small connection ports like this rather than the large ones. So I want to try that and see if that will fit better in that space, but I mean, we know that works, so I'm not super worried about it. I did find this will heal you, but I guess it doesn't restore oxygen or hydrogen, from what I read in the comments on the description. So I'm a little concerned with that, because obviously oxygen, if we're in the ship, shouldn't be an issue, theoretically. But in case of emergency or something. The other big thing is hydrogen. I don't know how else you'll refill the jetpack on your back without some form of hydrogen refueling type thing. So, with that said, I think we're going to wrap things up here because we're getting way over time. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.